This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Thomas versus PA. You all have been together for 2 years. You have one child together, and suspicions of infidelity are wreaking havoc on this relationship. Ms. Thomas, you've initiated this case today. Tell us why.
I think he's been cheating. I'm here to prove it today. And if he has been cheating from what he's confessed to me, besides what he's confessed to me today, I'm ready to pack up and leave.
What kind of issues have happened in the past?
Well, he told me he cheated at the beginning of a relationship. He cheated with 2 women. And just recently, he told me he had oral sex with, I guess, a woman multiple times.
And you just recently found those things out?
Yes. After
Had you
I contacted
suspect-
the court, this is what he told me.
And how has that past history of infidelity impacted you right now?
It's horrible. I didn't cry this much even when my dad died. I don't deal with stuff like this. I've never been in a relationship like this. I've never been hurt to this extent. I'm usually the type of woman, if I have to do all this stuff, I have to check your Instagram, your Facebook, your messages, your Gmail. If I have to do all this, it's not for me because I'm not used to, this is not the type of woman I am.
So you're gonna be done. If it comes out that he's cheating over and above what he's already told you,
yes.
You're out.
There's no point. Yes, I have to go.
But he's told you about something, but you think there's more.
I think it's more because he gradually tells the truth. And I think maybe he still has some truth he needs to tell me.
And from these court papers, your focus is on one particular woman you believe he's cheating with.
Yes. Now, he says he has not had sex with her. They're just friends. Okay, you have plenty of friends. Why haven't I met this particular friend? Now, why when I argue with the girl, why when I delete her off your social media, you keep adding her? Why is she so important to your life? Why does she keep being brought up in our relationship?
Mr. PA, why you keep bringing this babe back?
She goes ahead and deletes them. She goes ahead and blocks them. And then once I figure it out who is being blocked, who is being deleted, you know, I add them back because there's no foul play. There's nothing to hide.
Okay, you shut her down once before. You can continue to keep shutting her down. Shut her down again. If I'm asking you to shut this woman down because she's causing problems, and on top of that, you let her disrespect me. Shut her down.
I gotta
Loyalty is what I'm looking for today.
Mr. PA, there's something to be said in a relationship that if it's something that's making you uncomfortable or making your partner uncomfortable, that you have enough love and care to say, okay, I'm not gonna do that. That's not a necessary livelihood for me. That's not part of my quality world.
Understandable. I mean, I had a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, that I was not, you know, enjoying in a relationship too as well. So it was hard for me to respect some of the things that she wanted me to do. You know, I work all day, you know, I take care of the, you know, outside of the home, and I just wish the inside of the home was taken care of, you know, better than what it is. You know, I come home.
You don't get wife treatment if you don't treat me like a wife.
I still, I'm just saying, if you have your standards, I have mine as well.
Well, my standards is not to be with a cheater. That's number one.
It's not cheating, being a friend on social media with someone.
And some are saying it is cheating.
All right, and we've talked about this micro-cheating. They now call it micro-cheating because it's not, you know, in the face, but you're on social media, you are interacting with one another, and if you both are not in agreement, it's micro-cheating.
Even if you didn't have intercourse with her, why is she still in our lives for?
And there it is. So you believe there's more to it than just friends?
It's gotta be.
So how did she pop up the first time?
Well, she popped up when we first met. I guess she was thirsty. Somebody was calling him on his phone and texting his phone constantly.
We really don't even know who that person was. I mean,
I'm sorry?
Neither one of us knows
it wasn't
that
Giselle.
number.
Come on, keep it 100. Every single time we get in an argument, it's Giselle. Every time. To make me mad, he asked Giselle.
I mean,
talk to Giselle.
So are you talking to her about your relationship?
I have in the past. I'm not gonna lie about that because basically that was how our relationship started, you know what I'm saying, back over again. I mean, I couldn't talk to her, so I found someone to talk to about my issue.
All right, okay, you realize that's a wide open door to...
That's a bad recipe.
Thank you, Judge Tyler.
All that is.
Thank you.
All that is. If you go to a woman who has an interest in you, and you tell her, I'm having problems, the first is, come on, baby.
She's trying to move on in.
I mean, that's her
accusation.
And you will never find a more comforting shoulder than the shoulder of a woman who's trying to get you when you're talking about problems in your relationship.
Yes, sir.
She would be the most welcoming, most loving, most caring person you have ever met in your life.
If you tell her, my wife ain't cooking for me. What's she gonna do?
Cook for you.
My wife ain't cleaning my shirts like I like.
Oh, starch like you
today.
Starch like you never had them starch before.
She ain't doing XYZ in bed with me.
XYZ,
done.
A1, A2, A3, the whole gamut.
Okay.
There it is. Cause you giving her a roadmap. Exactly.
And basically gave her permission to disrespect me because she know everything about me now. She's calling me, she's telling me about myself.
So, Ms. Thomas, why else do you believe that he is sleeping with Giselle?
He hung out with her twice, and he lied about it both times.
Okay, when you say hung out with her, like he went out to the club, he went to her house, what are you saying?
Yes, he went to her house. She picked him up from the train station after work. They went out. I think they went to the bar.
As I was leaving out the door, I told her we was pretty much done at that time.
he
I was
said...
angry at that time, and I was done.
Mr. PA, let's say I believe you, that you were walking out the door telling her we're pretty much done. If she's already at the train station waiting on you, I mean, that's pretty quick. You already had that lined up before you walked out the door.
I mean, she actually she stayed like right down the street from where we stayed at. I mean, it wasn't like I had to set
I'm
it
just
up.
now hearing about this.
So this is news to you?
I'm just now hearing about this.
You know what, but the beauty of this court is we get to the bottom of it. And there's your side, there's his side, and of course, there's Giselle's side. She's here. Ron, would you escort her in?
Hello.
Okay.
Go up to the witness stand.
Liar. The queen Giselle.
Ladies.
No queen. No, you ain't no queen, honey.
Ladies.
If you're a queen, you have your own man and not try to talk to mine.
Ladies. Good day, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. State your name, please, for the court.
Giselle James.
Okay.
James.
Ms. James, can you tell us the nature of your relationship with Mr. PA?
Me and Ray are friends. We've never been any more than that. We actually met through mutual friends. He was dating a friend of mine before.
Nasty.
Ms. Thomas, do you know about his relationship with Ms. Thomas?
Well, at first, he didn't tell me anything as far as them being together or anything. How I found out more about her was basically she contacted me.
She contacted you?
That's
Yes.
a lie.
And what did she say when she contacted you?
She was basically asking me why am I talking to Ray and that's her man and stuff like that and I want her life and things of that nature, basically.
Has Mr. PA made advances toward you of a sexual nature?
No.
He has never come to you wanting more from a relationship? Romantic?
Not while they were together.
Okay, so he has shown a romantic interest in you.
In the past, before them.
Yes.
Yes.
Were you interested in him romantically?
Honestly, no.
Now, why are you texting him thanks, baby, and text him and call him late at night before he got to go to work? That's
When
what
Ms.
hoes
Thomas
do.
accused you of wanting her man, what did you tell her?
I basically, well, to be real with you, I didn't really clarify anything with her because the way that she came, it was so disrespectful and childish to the point where I felt like...
Texting my man at night is
was
disrespectful
more
and childish.
It was more of a thing where I was just like, get out my face until you know how to talk like a grown woman.
So she came at you a certain way and you like, okay, I'm gonna let that hang out there. Is that's how you wanna be, I'm gonna just let that hang out there.
So you never confirmed up or down that you were sleeping with or involved with Mr. PA?
I did make it clear that we haven't never done anything, but
that's a lie.
She would constantly...
You
told
me
be
on the phone the
surprised.
second time I talked to you that you had sex with him, that you could take my man, honey. Keep it 100.
Did that conversation take place, Ms. James?
I'm sorry, am I able to address her directly or should I even pay her any mind?
Here's what, I'm asking you a question. And my question is, did you ever tell Ms. Thomas that you had sex with Mr. PA or that you could take her man?
No, I told her that I could sleep with her man if I wanted to. But I made it clear that I didn't.
Why you gotta lie?
Okay, so what would you tell
Girl, we
Ms.
can
Thomas?
take a lot of tests to write.
They need to give you one.
They can, and you're gonna feel real dumb that we never done anything.
You should feel dumb.
And you look stupid.
Talking to somebody else's man.
I should feel dumb talking to my friend.
Honey.
I have my own man. I have my own man, and I have my own family.
weren't you talking to him? Texting him, calling him late at night? He okay with that?
Miss
Don't
Thomas.
forget
Miss
that.
Thomas.
Like, you know when that happens,
Miss
like, you
Thomas.
shut
Hey,
up.
hey, hey.
Everybody quiet.
Mr. PA, don't you jump in this too. You got me swinging this gavel around. My question to you is, do you believe that he's cheating with anyone?
He hasn't said anything of that nature, that he's currently dealing with anybody, but he did say that he had messed with somebody before on her.
So she knew that before I got to know.
How do you figure that?
I see she's in.
Thank you, Ms. James. I think we've heard enough testimony. Here's what it's looking like from our viewpoint. Ms. Thomas just has a woman's intuition that something is going on because Ms. James keeps resurfacing. She gets rid of her, she deletes her, she keeps resurfacing, he keeps bringing her back into the picture. And all this has caused Ms. Thomas to believe that Mr. PA is still involved in a relationship with Ms. Giselle James. And if you find out he is still involved with her, your relationship with Mr. PA is done.
Yeah.
So this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court would like to call certified polygraph examiner Michael Williams to determine, is he cheating?
Michael Williams. How are you, bro?
Right on to the minutes.
How are you, Mr. Williams?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
So, you conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. PA, is that correct?
That's correct.
You asked Mr. PA, since the start of your relationship with Ms. Thomas in September of 2016, have you had physical sexual contact with any women you met online? What did he answer?
Your Honor, he made an admission and said yes.
What
She
did,
already-
well, there's no
She
reason
already knew
for-
about that, though.
But
Just
she-
recently, though.
So these are some of the infidelities he's confessed to
Since I contacted
since
the
you
court,
set the court
yes.
date. All right.
Mr. Williams, you asked Mr. PA, since the start of your relationship with Ms. Thomas in September 2016, other than the times she knows about, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman? What was his response to that question?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the polygraph determine?
Polygraph determined on this particular question, he was being deceptive.
Really?
So
Thought she
these
passed the test,
are infidelities that she doesn't know anything about, because there's some he's confessed to. The question was specifically about the ones he has not confessed to, correct?
Excluding the ones he hasn't confessed to.
Mr. PA?
I mean, basically, the reason why I probably felt that question was because we talked about timelines. We didn't talk about particular women.
So you were confused about the question that asked you,
Well,
other
I
than
mean,
what she
I should've-
already knows about, have you been with any other women since you were with her? That sounds like a pretty specific question to me.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was one person that I didn't specify about.
To her.
That's it. Yeah, but the timeline I told her is correct.
Do I know this person?
No, you do not. When I was,
So
you
it's
know, I
three
was,
people you cheated with, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Wow, when you confess, why don't you just tell the truth all the way? Why do you just keep it 100? Why do you tell the truth but don't tell the whole truth? Why do you wait to days or months later
you're
to tell
too
the rest
hyper,
of the truth?
man. I just can't do a conversation
just-
like that.
All right. You asked Mr. PA, since the start of your relationship with Ms. Thomas in September 2016, have you had sexual intercourse with Giselle James? I see you gripping that podium.
Yeah, a little bit.
What was his response?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Regarding sexual intercourse with Ms. James, he indicated deception.
Both of y'all some like y'all can have each other.
Hey, this is really funny. Because,
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Ain't she done?
Nah.
excuse me, is that stating
That we had sex.
I haven't had oral sex with this man. I haven't had regular intercourse with this man. So I'm not understanding.
Let me do it this way. Mr. Williams.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you share with our litigants your history with polygraph examinations?
I'm a retired federal agent. For 25 years, I've been involved in law enforcement and conducting polygraph examinations.
With the FBI.
I've conducted
and
over 900 polygraph examinations, and I used 4 indicators of deception, and you failed 3 of the 4 indicators of deception.
Okay, but
And these indicators of deception are physiological responses, is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And these are involuntary physiological responses that the person being questioned cannot control.
Cannot control.
Ms. Thomas, you came here to get some answers.
I got him.
You done?
I'm done. Y'all can have each other.
girl, please.
It's real easy at this point when people say, I'm done. Now, you all have a child together, and you're gonna have to learn to co-parent that child. So you all gonna have to get up and over all this crazy because your child needs both of you.
That's not gonna be an issue.
All right, well, you'd be surprised. You say that here, and then it jumps off differently outside this
I'm not gonna stop him
courtroom.
for being a good father. He's a very good father.
Okay.
There's nothing that's gonna stop that.
We will order you to go to counseling. And as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, healthy relationship. Court is adjourned.